And another story that blessed me again is when he had the opportunity to go out on parole and he chose to stay put, intentionally, because he's like, I don't want to have to go to the halfway house. I don't want to have to do this, but he stayed put. And some of the guys didn't like that because it's kind of like they felt like he was prideful. But he ended up he they beat him for three. I love your story. So yes, they beat him that so badly that he was out for 3 days. So his cellmate wanted him to tell on the guys who did it, right? And he refused to rat them out. He did not tell them who did it, and they wanted to know who did it, but he refused to let them know who did it. But when he was well, he went back to like the gang leader and he was like, why did you do that to me, man? And the guy was in repentance. He was like, I'm sorry, man. Like, he went overboard, and it went too far. But then now here comes Gerald, now stepping in, to he gave this guy grace. And then he was like, come and play ball. And he's like, no, because he was afraid that the other guys was gonna beat him up. And he's like, no, not under my watch. Did you guys hear? Are you guys listening to what I just said? The gang leader, the gang that came and beat him up, he's basically saying that under my watch. He was like, no, I don't want to come. I'm sorry, the gang leader who beat him up, went back and said that I'm listening to you, even though